Hi everyone, and welcome back to Herzography. Using graduated filters versus HDR for bracketing. What is the difference and why should I use one versus the other? Because both of these are a must for landscape photographers. So let's get into graduated neutral density filters and what they do. So for the most part, a graduated neutral density filter is going to darken the sky or the upper part of your image. So it helps balance the bright sky versus the darker foreground. It helps your camera capture what your eyes actually see, and it reduces blowout highlights and washed out clouds. It produces a properly exposed image in a single shot. It gives you control of your dynamic range. So why is this needed when doing landscape photography? Landscape scenes often exceed the camera's dynamic range. A typical situation with a bright sky and a dark foreground, without a grad filter, you're exposing for the sky and the foreground is too dark. Or you expose for the foreground and the sky is blown out. A neutral density grad filter solves this in camera. So you have less HDR, less editing, and it lets you control the dynamic range in capture time. If you are uploading right away, then this gets you a closer final image on location. So which graduated filter is best and when? Now, in the past, I have used grad filters and the filters get cracked and damaged, or most recently, I've been using big grad filters like this. And when you're using grad filters like this, I think you can see the problem right away, is that if this falls, chances are it's going to break. You know, you need to keep them in these cases like this, so to keep them protected, and still trying to put something this size in your backpack and using multiple ones, you know, carrying 2 or 3 of these around and a holder all to put in front of your lens is quite a chore. And I've done that before for many years. So let's get into looking at things a different way. So I would normally start with a 3-stop neutral density filter or a grad filter. This is really handy for sunrise and sunset images. A 4-stop is really useful for a very bright or harsh lit scene like a desert or a midday scene. The more stops on your grad filter, the stronger your sky control is. So let's take a look at the different types of grad filters that are normally seen out there, and these are from Maven filters. Normally you'll see either a 3-stop or a 4-stop gradated neutral density filter. Now these, as you can see, start around the center, and so this is called a half fill 3-stop and a half fill 4-stop. So in getting these different fill options, because this is a half fill, you can also purchase these as a 3rd fill like this. So you can see that there are a different amount of fill depending upon the condition that you're in. So this is where these come in really handy. So the way these work is that you go out to, you have your scene and you're going to take this filter and put it on like so. Now, of course, since it's magnetic, you can just turn this as you need to make sure that it's level. Back when I was shooting and I wanted to go with a round filter, you'd screw in your filter like so, and then this is a double ring filter, so it actually allowed you to turn the outer ring where the neutral density is, so that way you could get it level. So that's the way those worked when you did screw-on types. But now, of course, the magnetic filters are much, much easier to use. Maven has come out with a great solution for us. So instead of carrying multiple filters of different densities of gradient filters, they've come out with this one. It is called a Magic Variable Gradient Filter. And this is where things really get interesting. So what makes this different? You can see there is a very hard line on here compared to a soft line that we're used to seeing. But the unique thing about this is that once you pair it with a polarizer, with a linear polarizer, you can now change the intensity of that density. And so here, let me show you how that works. So as you turn this, it goes all the way up to 4.5 to 5 stops. Now we have the capability of taking something like this in the field that helps reduce the number of filters we take. By taking just these two, you can replace it because now we have it to be a variable gradient filter. So this is very, very super handy in just taking those two filters and taking all of these. Now, let's even kick it up a notch further from that, because as I explained before, when you're using a standard gradation filter, you would put it in front of the lens and then you would bring it down like this. So as you brought it down or brought it up, you determine exactly where that needs to be. So that's not going to work for you in using round filters. Well, at least until now. Maven's come up with a very, very unique solution, and this is called the iron slider. This iron slider is a ring. Now this one that I have is 82 to 112 millimeter. And what you wind up doing is you put your gradient filter on here and then you pull it down. So you pull it down as you need to add more gradient in lower into your scene. So you can slide it up and down. This is the iron slider with the Maven filters on here. Now the filters that I'm using on this size iron slider is 95 millimeter. So I would need a 95 millimeter grad filter, or if you'd like, you can go with a 95 millimeter Magic Gradient filter. Now I don't have the proper size here, but it would fit on here like this. And then you put the variable on the front to be able to change the intensity, as I showed you with the 82 millimeter, but with two 95 millimeter. And then you would just pull it down to get it in the right position. So now you have an adjustable gradated filter instead of a fixed strength that goes from 1.3 stops to up to 5 stops of filtration. So you can see that using the Magic Gradient filter, using this iron slider is just going to be perfect for when you're in situations where the skylight is changing and you want subtle enhancements, where now you can kind of dial that amount of density that you want and position it exactly what you want, which is exactly what we want gradient filters to do. Why does this matter? When light is changing every 2 to 5 minutes in golden hour, you no longer need to swap filters constantly like we have before. So now you have dynamic edge control with the Magic Gradient filter and a linear polarizer. The filter actually changes behavior based on the camera settings. So what do I mean by that? So the edge position can actually change up and down when you zoom in and out and you recompose without physically sliding the filter up and down. Once again, this will help you control edge hardness, and you can also control it by aperture. A wide aperture is going to give you a softer transition, and a small aperture is going to give you a harder transition line. All of these different controls while you're out shooting in the field. This is giving so much creative control for landscape photographers. Now you can control exposure strength, transition softness, and horizontal placement, all without removing the filter. This is basically exposure blending happening in your camera. So why would I use a Grad ND filter instead of HDR bracketing? HDR bracketing came out, it was all the rage, and you see it built into many cameras and very easy to do in Lightroom. But why would you want to go through using these graduated ND filters? Well, one of the biggest advantages is moving subjects. HDR requires multiple exposures. So you're going to have a problem when you're shooting waves, waterfalls, moving clouds, wind blowing grass, trees. They will all give you issues when doing an HDR. This always will cause ghosting, smearing, alignment artifacts, and things like that. With a grad filter, that equals 1 exposure and 0 ghosting issues. If you're in windy conditions, grass and leaves move between exposures. HDR blending struggles immensely, and software guesses most of the time incorrectly. A Grad ND captures the scene exactly as it existed in one moment. Water and long exposures. HDR and long exposures often fail because water motion differs in each frame. Blending creates mushy water textures. An ND grad filter lets you shoot 1 long exposure, keep your sky detail where it should be, and maintains realistic water motion. Changing light scenarios like sunrise and sunset. Light can change every 30 to 90 seconds in these conditions, and HDR struggles with that. You take a set of images during a sunrise or sunset of HDR images, and the light, chances are, is going to be different, producing unnatural tones. A graduated ND is going to control that. You're going to capture the correct exposure immediately at that moment, and it is preserved. It gives you a more natural look. HDR creates glowing shadows, muddy midtones, fake contrast, and haloing around mountains and trees. Grad filters, on the other hand, mimic how the human eye perceives brightness and produce natural tonal transitions. So what is a faster workflow? An HDR, of course, a tripod is required, multiple exposures, computer processing, and of course blending software. With a grad filter, you shoot once, minimal editing, and it's ready faster. When using a grad filter, you're going to have better highlight recovery. Blown highlights cannot be recovered. HDR still risks clipping clouds in one frame and color contamination. Grad NDs protects highlights at capture time. And there's less computer time. No stacking, no alignment, no masking, no artifacts to fix. You spend more time photographing and less time repairing. Of course, there are advantages with using magnetic grad filters and a linear polarizer. Speed, snap on, snap off. Critical during sunrise and sunset. You're able to rotate and align quickly, and there's no holder system like there would be when using these. Stacking. You can combine these filters with a polarizer or another ND filter. No adapters needed. And of course, less vignetting. It's a very slim design and it works with wide angle lenses. Durability. Fewer parts to lose in the field and less of a sail in the field with these big pieces of glass. Consistency. You can maintain identical look across multiple images. And practical field benefits because you have better skies straight out of the camera, less HDR blending, faster shooting when light changes quickly, and more natural images with less time editing. Grad filters help you control dynamic range at capture. The fixed ND grads improves landscape images. The magnetic variable gradient filter adds creative and technical control previously only possible in post-production. If you shoot sunrise, sunsets, mountains, deserts, or coastlines like I do, a graduated ND filter is essential. A variable graduated system lets you adapt to changing light and capture the scene correctly the moment it happens. A graduated ND filter doesn't just make photography easier, it lets you capture the moment correctly the first time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a like, subscribe for more, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video again real soon. Now let's get out and shoot.